when you say QA cycle, is there anything automated in there? Do you have
We're still in the process of building that out. Some of the load balancing is automated. Most of the rest of it, like I said, right now is when we're really focusing on developing those processes.
It's a big QA team, right?
We have a QA team. Her name is Jill. It's coming along.
What will you be automating with? Are you going to do front end?
I think front end we're looking at Selenium. Back end it's still kind of up in the air. We're trying to move to functional testing because so much of our stuff changes on a regular basis that unit testing is still a little premature and kind of build out from there. But it's still very much in flow.
What is your dev setup like? In terms of like station direction, how do you?
So yeah, we've got, sorry.
No,
So what we have are, we are using Amazon for most of our entire site. So everything's in the cloud. Yeah. In the cloud. So we have dev environments set up in the cloud for each developer. It's basically one box that hosts the database, the memcache instance, and Apache is what we're currently running the site off of. Every developer gets to play with that. They've all got their own branch in SVN. We're still on SVN. Moving to Git probably soon. So the developer goes in, makes the changes they want in that branch. Once they feel that those changes are ready to go, they merge them into our integration branch, which is again a separate box running its own database. That's basic testing goes on there, make sure it plays friendly with all the other plugins. It moves from there to our QA environment, where it gets QA. QA is much closer to our production environment in that we're using HyperDB there. We've got multiple database. You've got a master write database, a read slave. So each step up the line gets closer to our production environment. Once it's through the QA cycle, yes, simple SVN merge to our deployment box, and that does just deploys straight up from rsync from there. So all of the PHP machines are completely inaccessible except for the web interface. You can't write to them, you can't get to them unless you happen to be our push machine.
Why Apache still?
I'm sorry?
I guess you guys are only starting it, so it doesn't matter.
I'm
So
going
why
back.
Apache? But you guys never said you guys aren't actually starting.
Because we didn't get enough time to set up Nginx, which is what we're migrating to.
Okay.
Anyone else got any questions? What's up?
When you said there's the way you manage your slides, and then you want to release that, can you say specifically what you really liked about it? And by release, does that mean you're going to make this a free plugin?
Yeah, it'll be a free plugin. It'll be called Ipso Slideshow. I've already kind of started on it, just pulling the code out, but I mean, I haven't really had time to make it available yet, and I'll poke around with it a little more probably later. I'm actually getting married in 2 weeks, so I don't have any fucking time.
Not promising anything to anybody.
That's not any time.
Yeah, so it's, I like it because there's not really the reason why we coded it, we thought we'd add like a slideshow plugin that someone already used. I think there's Slide Deck and there's one more else that's used pretty often. But it didn't do what we wanted to do, and it wasn't flexible, and it was, you have to go to a different page, and so that we chose that interface. I know a lot of that was Karen and I's thinking. We just wanted it right there in the page, easy to use, and yeah. And so the interface you'll see on the inside is pretty much going to be exactly the same. The thing that will be different is how you present it, which I think the approach is better to just give you the calls so that you can put it in your theme however you want. And then instead of trying to make something that'll fit in everybody's theme. So just look out for that. We'll send something around or to Zach so that everyone here can know when stuff like that's released.
Can you show us a slideshow?
Sure. I mean the way it looks on.
Yeah, on a page.
Sure.
Start with the setup. It's really easy.
It's
On the
totally
first
easy.
page.
So, I'll do it from the real site so it gets faster. So the way we do slideshows is it doesn't show up in the actual body of the story. It's a separate page that you go to. And it just adds the endpoint, if you're familiar with WordPress's filing structure. It's just an endpoint and there's code that tells it to show you the first slide. And so this is our slideshow, and you can just click next, and oh yeah, there you go. You got your next picture. You can come down here and choose one, and yeah, blah blah blah. Slideshows.
So like, the captions show up really nice too.
Yeah. And so, you know, theoretically, you'd be able to sort of design your own slideshow experience for the front end, but then you get that tool that manages the data for you. Oh, yeah.
With the dynamic comments, you guys are hitting a JSON API that you're exposing that is on a different server, or where is that all?
It's all running on the same server, it's basically an Ajax.
Does that spin up the entire WordPress stack in order to serve that JSON?
Essentially, yeah. Yeah, it's using the built-in comment functionality. That, one of the reasons why we're looking at a different implementation of that is because of the performance that we're getting there. A lot of that was kind of done when we went and realized that going through Optimi wasn't a viable solution for comments. So it did get as much design beforehand as we might have liked. So we're in the process of refactoring the solution.
Cool. Anybody else? All right, well, I'm gonna grab a beer.
And just again, as a reminder, we are hiring, so come on by.
That's a great segue. I also, before we wrap here, I also realized I forgot to thank a few people. I just wanted to thank all the volunteers who came and helped out. A bunch of people came. I'm not going to name you all. Really appreciate you helping with setup and takedown, and View, you're sticking around helping us clean up. Appreciate that. Thank you to Aline, who's filming today. She'll be editing and posting this on our WPSFO site. Please do register and sign up. We're going to be expanding that site over the next few months. It's a BuddyPress install, WPSFO.org. Do we have anybody else? Salon.com is hiring. It's hard to compete with that. But anybody want to anyone want to talk about hiring?
Yeah, we're hiring QA people.
You can stand up.
All right. Hey, I'm from kink.com, or we're from kink.com, and we're hiring QA people, a couple more job engineers. That's it. Hey.
You guys running WordPress?
For a couple of our sites, or just one of them.
Anyone else hiring?
Behind the scenes video.
Yeah,
Kink.com, hiring, right down the street, in the Armory, right?
Yep.
Awesome place to work. Who else is hiring?
We are.
Yo.
Trend Media, we do mostly WordPress custom sites, so I'm always looking for independent developers to work with. If you can take on an hour or 2 hours, we can use that help. If you can take on big projects, we can use that help. So if you're a person who likes to work on WordPress and you can just fill a few slots in your schedule, fine.
Anyone else hiring? What about any freelance engineers looking for WordPress gigs? No, we're all right. No one has any freelance designers. Anyone? Any freelance designers? Freelance designers? You're looking for work?
I'm always looking for work.
All right. Tim's looking for work.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If anybody has ever built, and this might be really silly, but an intranet site using WordPress, and if there's any maybe packages, like intranet that companies, with information that companies would need, I would love to talk to someone about it.
Sounds like a job for BuddyPress or for okay.
Well, I was thinking about that actually.
Cool. Anyone else looking for work or looking to hire? Aline, what's up?
Well, I can do videography, slideshows, social media marketing, and videos.
Awesome. This is high quality video today. What else we got? XG, we're always looking to hire, so if we work with nonprofits and social innovators, build technology, come talk to us.
Automatic's also high.
Automatic also, can't compete with, Slam.com and Automatic. Can't compete.
I don't know what we're hiring for, but we have a page. I know it's
Okay, anything else, any other announcements, anything like that? Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. If you don't mind, like stacking up your chairs as you go and hang around, have some pizza, have some beer, we'll kick you out in a little while.